मात्रे नमः। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं श्रीमहालक्ष्मी 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 मात्रे नमः। ॐ श्रुतिमातुः परब्रह्मणः अनुग्रहसिद्ध्यर्थं बृहदारण्यकोपनिषदः पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः। षष्ठं ब्राह्मणं sixth brahmanam of first chapter and second chapter's first brahmanam. These two we chant. Just feel the joy of chanting Upanishad mantras, which we were missing from how many lives we don't know, or even we have done earlier life, whatever. But now, in this life, with our own liking and our own commitment, we are chanting and also we are seeing the meaning of one by one Upanishads, so that we are equipped with the conviction for Paramatma sadhana. Om Ata Shashtam Brahmanam त्रयं वा इदं नामरूपं कर्म तेषां नाम्नां वागित्येतदेशामुख्यमतो हि सर्वाणि नामानि उत्तिष्ठन्ते एतदेशागं साम एतद्धि सर्वैर्नामभिः समम् एतदेशां ब्रह्म एतद्धि सर्वाणि नामानि बिभर्ति अथ रूपाणां चक्षुरित्येतदेशामुक्तमतो हि सर्वाणि रूपाण्युत्तिष्ठन्ते एतदेशागं साम एतद्धि सर्वैः रूपैः सममेतत् येषां ब्रह्मा एतद्धि सर्वाणि रूपाणि बिभर्ते अथ कर्मणाम् आत्मा इति एतद् येषाम् उक्तम् अतो हि सर्वाणि कर्माणि उपतिष्ठन्ति एतदेशागम् उत्तिष्ठन्ति एतदेशागं सामा एतद्धि सर्वैः कर्मभिः सममेतदेशां ब्रह्म एतद्धि सर्वाणि कर्माणि विभर्ते तदेतत् त्रयगं सदेकम् अयमात्मा आत्मो एकः सन्नेतत्त्रयं तदेतदमृतगं सत्येन छन्नं प्राणो वा अमृतं नाम रूपे सत्यं ताभ्यामयं प्राणश्चन्नः इति षष्ठं ब्राह्मणम् इति बृहदारण्यकोपनिषदे प्रथमोऽध्यायः। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। प्रथमं ब्राह्मणम् ॐ दृप्तबालाकिर्हानुशानो गार्ग्य आस सहोवाचाजातशत्रुं काश्यं ब्रह्मते ब्रवाणीते सहोवाच अजातशत्रुः सहस्रमेतस्यां वाचि दध्मो जनको जनक इति वै जना धावन्तीति सहोवाच गार्ग्यो य एवासावादित्ये पुरुषः एतमेवाहं ब्रह्म उपास इति सहोवाच अजातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्टा अधिष्ठाः सर्वेषां भूतानां मूर्धा राजेति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स वय एतमेवमुपास्ते तिष्ठा सर्वेषां भूतानां मूर्धा राजा भवते सहोवाच गार्ग्यो य एवासौ चन्द्रे पुरुष एतमेवाहं ब्रह्मोपास इति स होवाच जातशत्रुर्मामैतस्मिन् संविदिष्टा बृहन् पाण्डरवासाः सोमो राजेति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते अहरहरः सुतः प्रसुतो भवति नास्यान्नं क्षेयते स होवाच गार्ग्यो य एवासौ विद्युति पुरुष एतमेवाहं ब्रह्मोपास इति स होवाच अजातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्टाः तेजस्वीति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते तेजस्वीह भवति तेजस्विनी हास्य प्रजा भवते स होवाच गार्ग्यो य एवायम् आकाशे पुरुषः एतमेवाहं ब्रह्मोपास इति स होवाच जातशत्रुर्मामैतस्मिन् संवदिष्टाः पूर्णमप्रवर्तीति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते पूर्यते प्रजया पशुभिर्न अस्य अस्मात् लोकात् प्रजोद्वर्तते स होवाच गार्ग्यो य एवायं वायौ पुरुष एतमेवाहं ब्रह्मोपास इति स होवाच जातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्ठा इन्द्रो वैकुण्ठो पराजितासेनेति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते जिष्णुर्हा पराजिष्णुर्भवत्यन्तस्त्यजायी स होवाच गार्ग्यो य एवायमग्नौ पुरुष एतमेवाहं ब्रह्म उपास इति स होवाच अजातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्टा विशासहिरिति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते विशासर्हिर्हि भवते विशासहिर्हास्य प्रजा भवते स होवाच गार्ग्यो य एवायमप्सु पुरुषः एतमेवाहं ब्रह्मोपास इति स होवाच जातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्टाः प्रतिरूप इति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते प्रतिरूपकं हैवैनमुपगच्छति न अप्रतिरूपमथो प्रतिरूपोऽस्माज्जायते स होवाच गार्ग्यः य एवायमादर्शे पुरुषः एतमेवाहं ब्रह्म उपास इति स होवाच अजातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्टा रोचिष्णुरिति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते रोचिष्णुः ह भवति रोचिष्णुर्हास्य प्रजा भवत्यथो यैः सन्निगच्छति सर्वागंस्तानधिरोचते स होवाच गार्ग्यो य एवायं यन्तं पश्चाच्छन्दोऽनुदेत्येतमेवाहं ब्रह्मोपास इति स होवाच जातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्टा अदुरिति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते सर्वकं हैवास्मिन् लोके आयुरेति नैनं बुराकालात् प्राणो जहाते स होवाच गार्ग्यो य एवायं दिक्षु पुरुष एतमेवाहं ब्रह्मोपास इति स होवाच जातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्टा द्वितीयो नभग इति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते द्वितीयवान् ह भवति नास्मात् गणश्चिद्यते स होवाच गार्ग्यो य एवायं छायामयः पुरुषः एतमेवाहं ब्रह्मोपास इति स होवाच जातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्टा मृत्युरिति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते सर्वगं हैवास्मिन् लोके आयुरेति नैनं बुराकालान् मृत्युरागच्छते स होवाच गार्ग्यो य एवायमात्मनि पुरुष एतमेवाहं ब्रह्मोपास इति स होवाच अजातशत्रुर्मामा एतस्मिन् संवदिष्ठा आत्मन्वीति वा अहमेतमुपास इति स य एतमेवमुपास्ते आत्मन्वी ह भवति आत्मन्विनी हास्य प्रजा भवति सह तूष्णीमास गार्ग्यः स होवाच जातशत्रुरेतावन्नो इत्येतावद्धेति नैतावता विदितं भवतीति स होवाच गार्ग्य उपत्वायानीति स सहोवाच जातशत्रुः प्रतिलोमं चैतद्यद्ब्राह्मण क्षत्रियमुपेयात् ब्रह्ममेव वक्ष्यतीति व्येवत्वा ज्ञापयिष्यामीति तं पाणावादायोत्तस्थौ तौः पुरुषगं सुप्तमाजग्मतुः तमेतैर्नामभिरान्मन्त्रयान् चक्रे बृहन् पाण्डरवासः सोम राजन्निति स नोत्तस्थौ तं पाणिना पेशं बोधयान् जगार सहोत्तस्थौ सहोवाच जातशत्रुर्यत्रैष एतत्सुप्तो बोध्य एष विज्ञानमयः पुरुषः क्व एष तदाभूत् कुत एतदागात् इति तदुह न मेने गार्ग्यः सहोवाच जातशत्रुर्यत्रैष एतत्सुप्तोऽभ्युद्य एष विज्ञानमयः पुरुषस्ततेषां प्राणानां विज्ञानेन विज्ञानमादाय एषोऽन्तरहृदय आकाशस्तस्मिन् शेते तानि यदा गृह्णाति यतैतत्पुरुषः स्ववेदे नाम तद्गृहीत एव प्राणो भवते गृहीता वाक् गृहीतं चक्षुर्गृहीतकं श्रोत्रं गृहीतं मनः स यत्र एतत् स्वपन्थया चरति देहास्य लोकास्तदुतेव महाराजो भवति उत इव महाब्राह्मण उतेवोच्छावचं निगच्छते स यथा महाराजो जानपदान् गृहीत्वा स्वे जनपदे यथा कामं परिवर्तितैवमेवैष एतत् प्राणान् गृहीत्वा स्वे शरीरे यथा कामं परिवर्तते अत यदा सुषुप्तो भवते यदा न कस्यचन वेदहिता नाम नाड्यो द्वासप्ततिस्सहस्राणि हृदयात् प्रतिष्ठन्ते ताभिः प्रत्यवत्सुप्य पुरीतते शेते स यथा कुमारो वा महाराजो वा महाब्राह्मणो वा अतिघ्नीमानन्दस्य गत्वा शयितैवमेवैष एतत् शेते स यथोर्णनाभिस्तन्तु नोच्चरेद् यथाग्नेः क्षुद्रा विस्फुलिङ्गाः विचरन्ति एवमेवास्मादात्मनः सर्वे प्राणाः सर्वे लोकाः सर्वे देवाः सर्वाणि भूतानि विचरन्ते तस्योपनिषत् सत्यस्य सत्यमिति प्राणा वै सत्यं तेषामेष सत्यम् इति प्रथमं ब्राह्मणम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय शाखान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ॐ यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् अधवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ओमथ प्रथमा शिक्षा वल्ली प्रथमोऽनुवाकः शान्तिप्रार्थना मन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ एकादशोऽनुवाकः ॐ वेदमनोच्चाचार्योऽन्ते वासिनमनुशास्ते सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः आचार्याय प्रियं धनमाहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेत्सेः सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यं कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यं भूत्यैन प्रमदितव्यं स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं देवपितृकार्याभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि यान्यस्माकं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि ये के चास्मच्छ्रेयागंसो ब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यं श्रद्धया देयम् अश्रद्धया अदेयं श्रिया देयं ह्रिया देयं भिया देयं संविदा देयम् अथ यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषदः एतदनुशासनौ एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ नमः प्रणवार्ताय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः वेदव्यासवैशम्पायनयाज्ञवल्क्याद्यशङ्कराचार्यवर्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः. Salutations to the entire Brahma Vidya Acharya Parampara, to the Shruti Mata, to the Parabrahma Tattva, to all the Devatas who are blessing us, whom we are worshipping, whose blessings are very essential for us on this path of spirituality. Before we enter into 11th Anuvaka Adhyanam continuation, only one thought today. May we, by the grace of Lord, our own upasana effort, make our intellect little strong, little dominant, little subtle, to sort out the inner, all the issues which are blocking our sadhana, which are blocking our introvertedness. And one of the biggest block is the delusion, technically called as the moha. What is that delusion? Delusion is that power inside us, because of the lack of the intellect's capacity, the delusion, that power which makes us stay only at the lower false level of our life, never allows us to rise to the higher true level. Ears are listening. For a fraction of a moment, it clicks to the intellect. Yeah, what is said is right. But that right understanding, whether it is regarding values, regarding the habits, regarding the spiritual practices, that fraction of second understanding is so easily given up, forgotten, and we continue to live the same earlier old wrong lower way of life. That power is called as delusion. That delusion is, like the people want to intrude into a hall or any place. Hundreds of police are stopping. In the same way, the knowledge want to intrude and enter into our bosom, but this most powerful delusion stops, doesn't allow it to enter that knowledge deeply into our recesses. That is the delusion. That is the moha. It is only again Bhagavad Krupa, it is only again many lives of continuous listening that the intellect starts getting the information and it starts becoming stronger. And one day it starts thinking, Array, what I am living life so far, inside and outside, and what is the life to be lived for evolution, and what is the knowledge I am gaining from the Shastras for the sadhana and siddhi, they are appearing totally to be contradictory. What Shastra says and what the life I have to live is this type, and what I am living is this. What a contradiction it is. And that is why I am at the same level all the time in my life, not growing in my spiritual evolution. Therefore, now I am committing to give up those earlier old ways of life, old ways of thinking, etc., and taking up this newer spiritual way of life and thinking. This thought also in the beginning comes in a very vague manner. But if it happens, understand the blessings are starting to work. That should inspire us to pray more. That should inspire us to study more. That should inspire us, if possible, to think more, contemplate more. And what are they thinking? Same thing. What life I am living now, and what is the life indicated to be lived by the Shastras, and what is the life lived by all those who became great saints and all those who are already saints. Jnanis, Mukta Purushas, Mahanubhavas, what life they are living. At the sadhana kala, what sadhana they did. What am I doing? What Shastras are teaching? What Shastras are teaching, what they lived and what they are living are fully in line. Therefore, they are in the inner Atma Anubhava, outside also they are a free word. Whereas you and I have not learnt and lived the Shastriya way of Jnanam, therefore, neither the inner enlightenment came to us, nor the outer regrets or the guilts or the struggles or, most important, the fears. They are not at all going away. We are bound as a bird in a cage by so many of the inhibitions, so many of the fears, so many of the rules, so do's and don'ts and all. Is there any moment as a jiva we are a free bird? You can't be. Whereas they are the free birds. Free is not in the world doing licentiously whatever we want. Free because both. One is the revelation in the Atma Anubhuti. Second, therefore, nothing is there in the world which can bind them because for them the world is not real. For them, nothing of the world is required. For us, how many things we feel we need, each of them are binding us. And now we are able to reach to what is indicated in the Shastra. So, this type of inner personal contemplation or thinking happens by the grace of the Lord at the intellectual level with regular listening of Shastras. With that alone, these thick and deep layers of delusion, the moha, one by one we can remove. It is the beginning. Once the removal of the moha begins, then one after other layers we can start. एक करना शुरू किया तो बाकी भी धीरे धीरे होता है। अब पहला वाला ही नहीं हो रहा है हमको। First delusion also we are not able to break through our intellectual understanding that I am going in wrong direction. I should not go in that. Therefore, I have fully stopped going in that direction. So, in this way, by God's grace, by regular study, when the intellect gets fully equipped with authentic information and knowledge, then the intellect works in thinking contemplation, in which entire or one by one the layers of this delusion slowly are removed. The delusions of dependency on the objects, dependency on the people, dependency of the situations, dependency on the Dehendriyadi, all of them are delusions only. To understand all that in one go, for the pure Atma, which is my essential nature, no need of any dependency on anything. From that standpoint, any dependency of any sort is delusion. Is it not? So too, any sankalpa in us, where we feel like we have to get something, it is delusion. From that sankalpa only takes the shape of kamana, and that forces us to do the respective kamya karma. All of these are delusions. Each of them have to go away. First breakthrough we have to get. First, it can be anything to anyone. Internal. So, may by the grace of Shruti Mata, by the grace of the Guru Parampara, by the grace of Guru Tattva, by the grace of our Ishtadeva Ishvara, to all of them relentlessly we will do the Upasana, Puja, Pranam and Prarthana to them to give such a strong, powerful, authentic intellect which cuts asunder, pierces through all these delusionary outward lives of samsara and make us truly introverted. We are listening Shastra from so many days, but then still what is said in Shastra, the lifestyle, is true, is beautiful, it is liberating. This understanding and this connection not yet come. That's why we are continuing to live the same life as we were living earlier, except one or two places, little change, which is not at all sufficient. That is the thickness of this delusion. So, may all of them bless us that we get such a paka understanding or the power of the intellect that in the secret chambers of our own, what do you say, intellect on the seat of meditation. May we go on having these type of thoughts and cut asunder the delusions of dependencies. And the final delusion is what? Any thought itself is a delusion. The thought free self alone is a reality. That's the highest understanding. At the lower level, the delusions of so many types. मोह मोह क्या होता है कि सोचने नहीं देता, बस कराने करने को मजबूर करता है. दैट्स कॉल्ड मोह. सोचना शुरू करें ना तो कहीं भी मोह नहीं हो सकता. पर मोह सोचने नहीं देता. पहले करो बाद में सोचेंगे कहता है. वो करने के बाद क्या सोचना है? पहले सोचो तो पता चलता है कि करे या ना करे. देन देयर इज नो रॉन्ग डूइंग और देयर इज नो नॉट डूइंग द राइट. So in this way, this very sublime thought, this thing, to recognize that I am deluded in so many thinkings, deluded in so many understandings, misunderstandings, imaginations. I am deluded in so many of the activities, which are only out of sheer delusion. Think. Okay. Having said so, now come to our 11th Anuvakam. Slowly, we are trying to listen all these orders the Shruti Mata and Guru is giving to all the disciples who have completed their study or the course in the ashram. So there the few words are what? Ti niyamena kartavyata buddhya karanam. Second is Anushtanam. Third one is what? Anushasanam. These are the pregnant words from this Anuvaka. We have to deeply keep in the heart. Even if the speaker misses to stress on them, we as the students must very clearly understand. Speaker is me here. Shankara Bhagavan and Upanishad Shruti Mata and Rishiyas very powerfully right from the beginning only said, Vedamanucharya ante vasinam anushasti. So what is required in life in general outside, so too in particular spirituality is what is our kartavya we have to know. And that kartavya we have to do with kartavyata buddhi niyamena. And doing the kartavya with niyama is our anusthana. And it is the Shruti Mata given Anushasana, Guru given Anushasana, taken by myself as my Anushasana. And I must know if this Anushasana Atikrama is done, there is a big dosha. And there is no bigger dosha to a spiritual seeker. There, going away from the spiritual path and falling into the trap of the world, or cancelling whatever the sadhanas he is doing. These are the dosha for you and I, spiritual seekers. So if we do the atikramana of that anushasana or anushasana, these doshas come. So always you have to revel in these thoughts. Without this, we take everything for our granted. The life is taken for granted. Every day is taken for the granted. The upadhis are taken for granted. Every opportunities that come also are taken for granted. And taking for granted only, we indulge in the worldliness, which makes us more and more bound. Let us not anymore get into the traps. So, what is my kartavya? Shrota smarta nitya karma. And that kartavya I have to do with kartavyata buddhi, and that I have to do with niyama, and with that to that kartavyas I must have the anusthana buddhi. And that anusthana buddhi is because I am anushasita. I am ordered by my guru, my shastra, who are my well-wishers. They know better than me. If what I do, I will grow. They know better than me. Therefore, I gave them the right, and they took that right and gave me this anushasana. This anushasana को निष्ठा से नियम से कर्तव्यता बुद्धि से मैं करूँगा. And I know if there is atikrama in anushasana, there is dosha. First, we have to revel in these things very strong. Now the question, what are the kartavyatas? That Shruti has said one by one. Satyam vada. And is that Satyam vada रात में 12 से सुबह 5 तक? कि कब करना? Is it not? These are the things, never time limit is given to them. Never a condition is given to them. There are no ifs or buts or etc. Always it is. Because in Anushtanam हमेशा हो. मैं संडे सत्य बोलता हूँ, बाकी दिन झूठ. या हर साल फरवरी 30 तारीख को सत्य बोलता हूँ, बाकी झूठ. ऐसा नहीं है. जब कभी बोलना होता है, सत्य ही बोलना है. दैट्स इट. नहीं भी बोलना होता, इवन देन इन द माइंड द सत्य ही हमें पकड़ के रखना है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अनुष्ठान ऑफ द सत्य कर्तव्य. So Satya Bola is a kartavya. We have to do it as Anushtana. Niyamena. It is an Anushasana of the Shastra. If not done, there is a dosha. Okay. Same to second one. Dharmam Chara is another kartavyata upadesha. Feel that kartavyata, the nishtha, the anushtanatva, the niyama, the anushasanatva, all of them have to be added to every of these things. Satyam vada anushtanam kartavyam, because it is an anushasanam by the Shruti. I'll do it with niyama, nishtha. So to dharmam chara. So to swadhyaya anma pramadaha. That also kartavya. That feeling should go deeply into us. It is not an external academic study just like that. No Shastra should be studied like academics. They have to be intensely studied to understand, get convinced and do sadhana. Many of them तो conviction से पहले भी साधना करते रहना है, फिर वो साधना ही conviction को पैदा करेगा. In this text though, not like any general text where the kartavyatva, anuशासनत्व are ingredient internally said by Guru, not outside. But here though, openly the Guru himself is saying, Shruti Mata herself is saying, so how much we have to. In general, every Shastriya injunction has to be practiced as Kartavyata Buddhi, even though the Kartavya Shabda is not mentioned in general. Why the Kartavya Shabda is not mentioned in general in other Upanishads? Because the Upanishads are addressed to those students who have come with the Kartavya Buddhi, because they are so convinced about the truth, they want to realize, they want to get liberated. तो उनको कोई शक है ही नहीं है. Only after ensuring that whatever Guru says, that alone I will do, that they are allowed to enter into Gurukula. Thereafter, they don't have any of their even little individuality to do something or not to do something. For them, anything Guru says alone is Kartavya. In general, all Upanishads. So too in this Upanishad. But in the Upanishad, even the Guru Shruti Mata, both of them added specifically the words of Anushasti ityadi, Kartavya ityadi by Bhashyakara. So we have to reinforce or strengthen or double this conviction in us that I have to do this as Kartavya. मतलब दूसरे उपनिषद में जहाँ कर्तव्य शब्द यूज नहीं किया, वहां भी कर्तव्य के रूप में ही कहना करना है. अब यहाँ यूज किया वो शब्द, तो फिर वो कर्तव्यता बुद्धि हमारे हृदय में दृढ़ होना है. जस्ट लाइक वी हैव द कर्तव्यता बुद्धि टू फुलफिल आवर डिजायर्स, to fulfill our duties. So many places. So too in these Shauta Smarta Karma, for the sake of Antakarana Shuddhi, we have to have the Kartavyata Buddhi. Third one, Swadhyaya Satyamada Dharmamchara Swadhyaya Anma Pramadaha Kartavya. Acharyaya Priyam Dhanama Haratya Kartavya. कर्तव्य मतलब करना है, जरूर करना है, जल्दी करना है, सबसे पहले करना है, बिना किए नहीं हो सकता. दैट्स कॉल्ड कर्तव्य. दैट इज कॉल्ड द अनुशासनम. नॉट डूइंग इज दोष, एंड नॉट डूइंग ऑन टाइम आल्सो इज दोष, नॉट डूइंग सिंसियरली आल्सो दोष, नॉट डूइंग कंप्लीटली आल्सो दोष, नॉट डूइंग विदाउट इन्वॉल्विंग आल्सो इज दोष. इज इट नॉट? इन सब दोषों को हमें छोड़ना है. स्वाध्याय अन्मा प्रमदः हो गया. नेक्स्ट वन वाज आचार्याय पर्यमदनमाहृत्य. इट इज ऑल्सो ए कर्तव्य. अब तक हम जितने भी शास्त्र पढ़े, जहाँ कर्तव्य बुद्धि हुआ वही हमने किया, वही हमको मदद की और आगे ले गया. क्लासेस वी आर कमिंग एज कर्तव्य बुद्धि, देयरफॉर द क्लासेस आर बेनिफिटिंग अस. Along with the information gathered in the class में सिर्फ information मिलता है. If you have taken with Kartavita Buddhi, the contemplation of what we heard, that would have benefited us in that higher way also. कर्तव्यता बुद्धि से जो करते हैं हमें उसी का फायदा होता है. So Acharyaya Priyam Dhanam Ahritya is not a just a simple statement of advice given. करना है तो करो, हो सके तो करो बेटा, देख लेना, कोशिश कर लेना, नहीं तो कोई बात नहीं है. नो, ईच ऑफ देम आर अनुष्ठे, दे आर ऑल द अनुशासन. नहीं करो तो गुरु भगवान शास्त्र नाराज होंगे, फिर विल बी फार अवे फ्रॉम देम. मीन्स वी आर फार अवे फ्रॉम नॉलेज, मीन्स वी आर डीप इनटू इग्नोरेंस, मीन्स वी आर क्रिएटिंग मोर एंड मोर प्रॉब्लम्स टू अस. तो नाराज मत करना गुरु शास्त्र दैव को. कैसे करेंगे नाराज उनको? इनको करते हुए कृपा नहीं करके. Instead of making them नाराज, make them happy. How? By doing this as कर्तव्य. So This is what is a matured intellect. This is the way the Guru, God, and Shastra speak to us. There's no other way. And in this itself, the secrets of invoking all blessings are hidden. And what is the secret blessing? If secret way of hidden blessings, blessings hidden, just do what they say, blessings flow. Is it not? In all the electrical laws. When we follow them, the electrical laws, the treasure of the blessings that are hidden in the electricity are invoked by us for our benefit. In the same way, Shruti Mata is none other than Parabrahma only. Shruti Mata is none other than our own Ishtadeva. Shruti Mata and Guru are one and the same. So they have hidden, they have kept in the treasure of blessings in these instructions. You want them? Follow those instructions, blessings are ours. Like that, when the intellect gets convinced, as said in the introduction, we are coming out of the moha delusion. हम देखो बता दिया है क्या पाना है उसके लिए क्या करना है. You have to get Paramatma, for that you have to meditate, for that you have to become pure in the Antakarana, for that you have to do all this as Anushtana. What more can this, more than this can the Guru, God, Shastra say? उनका हो गया कहना. अभी हमको जानकर कर्तव्यता बुद्धि से इनको करना है. All. So Acharya Priyam Dhanam Ahrutya. Then the next one also, Prajatantum Ma Vyavachetsi. In that everything. Step 1, taking Guru's permission. Step 2, Anurupa, women or man, whatever, taken for marriage. Got married. Then live a dignified, normal life of Grahastha Dharma, along with so many dharmas which are practiced even without telling of taking care of both sides of parents and social duties, obligations for self-sustenance, the naukari, earning money, saving money, all are anyway done. Whether told or not, majburi unko compel karta hai. But another thing, though we ourselves definitely do, still the Shruti doesn't want to take a chance by not telling. Therefore, insistingly Shruti is telling. What is that? After marriage, प्रजातंतु माँ व्यवच्छेद से किसी भी कीमत पर. तो उसके लिए उपासना करना पड़े, उसके लिए पुत्र कामेश यज्ञ करना पड़े. नेवर ब्रेक योर lineage or generation means pakka compulsory by all possible means you must have the santati. That also kartavya. If not, what will happen? The joy of being parent that goes away. For that again you have to take birth, etc. So many are there. Then the maturity will come. More practically, the next generation will take care of you when you grow, and we have to pass on this legacy. These are all the simple outer reasons. And all the kamanas, vasana, any sort of them, they have to be exhausted. And it is a kartavya. The progeny should continue through them. The cultural, spiritual value should continue. These are all put together is kartavyata in not breaking the prajatantu. Prajatantu ma vyavachets. Yesterday we saw after this, and even the next two things also we saw. And in that the Bhashyakaras struggle to bring to our conviction the sadhanas is really laudable. Guru Shruti Mata said this much: Satyat na pramaditavyam. Satya se pramad na kare. हो गया, प्रमाद मत करो. No. Bhagavan doesn't want to leave us in this half understanding. He wants us to feel completely in us what is the deep intention in Shruti Mata when she said Satya se pramad na kare. She can say झूठ मत बोलो या सत्य बोलो. Both are same. And Satya bolo, Satyam Vada already said. She can say Anrutam na vaktavya. But why Satyat na pramaditavyam? See that? What he explained then? Vismrutyapi anrutam na vaktavyam. Therefore, with all conscious, subconscious, unconscious level, we have to live the life only of Satya. This is the load of that Bhashyakara's Bhashya, which is the load of the word used by Shruti Mata, na pramaditavyam. गलती से भी भूल कर भी झूठ नहीं बोलना. तब होगा वो, कब होगा वो? गलती से भी भूल कर भी झूठ नहीं बोलना, असत्य अनृतम नहीं बोलना. When will it be possible? Only in whatever occasions, even गलती से भी झूठ हो सकता है, वहां तक सत्य पहुंचना है, तभी जाकर होगा. Therefore, conscious I am of Satyam, consciously I am speaking Satyam. What I do consciously again and again goes into my subconscious. Sometimes the subconscious is more powerful than the conscious, like in all our cases. We never live life with conscious awareness at every moment. We are always taking decisions and acting according to our subconscious. Subconscious says, सुबह उठो जाकर चाय पी लो, कॉफी पी लो. You just follow it. There's no coffee tea in front of you consciously. But the subconscious memory, the vasanas. Most of us are the doers of everything from the subconscious level. Only a sadhaka and siddha purusha every moment lives consciously. Being conscious is the highest sadhana. So consciously when I keep on practicing satya, it is अनुशासना. ऐसा कॉन्शियसली सत्य का प्रैक्टिस करो कि वो जाए कि सबकॉन्शियस लेवल में भी. देयरफॉर इवन गलती से भी सबकॉन्शियस में भी गलती से भी झूठ नहीं होना, सत्य ही होना. इत्तेफाक से भी गलत नहीं करना, सच ही करके बैठना. इन दैट वे. That is a load of it. That much we have to protect ourselves from the unrutha and its consequences. That much we have to bless ourselves with the satyam and its consequences. It is in our hands. So this is the maturity in our understanding. If our intellects have become grown up. सत्य को छोड़ो मत, सत्य का प्रमाद मत करो, ऐसा लिटरल ट्रांसलेशन करके आगे बढ़ने वाले पॉइंट्स नहीं है. ये पॉज करके उसको डाइजेस्ट करना है. By mistake, by forgetfulness also, one should not have pramada of the satya. In the sense, one should not be anruta. कोई भी बंदा कभी ना कभी सत्य बोल ही लेता है. दैट इज नॉट साधना. सत्य ही बोलना है, हमेशा इतना सत्य ही बोलना कि अनजाने में भी सत्य हमारे मुख से निकलना. अनजाने में सबकॉन्शियस में से. That is the full kavacham and shield of satya we made to protect ourselves from the anrutam. And what is satyam? Yata pramanam avagatam vaktavyam, all that we saw. So, satyat na pramaditavyam pramado na kartavyaha. Satyat sa pramadanam anruta prasangaha. Pramada shabda samarthyatu vismrutyapi anrutam na vaktavyam iti arthaha. What we explained so far in English, we just chanted it in the Shankara Bhagavan's Bhashya. Vismrutyapi anrutam na vaktavyam iti artha. So, what is pramada? Pramada is सत्याच प्रमादनम अनृत प्रसंगः. सत्य से प्रमाद होना मतलब अनृत को बोलना. एंड वाई दैट प्रमाद नहीं करना वाला कहा वर्ड? व्हाट इज द लोड ऑफ दैट प्रमाद शब्द? प्रमाद शब्द लोड और हेवीनेस और सामर्थ्य, इट्स इंटेंशन और इट्स पावर इज व्हाट? विस्मृत्यापि अनृतम न kartavyam iti artha. Don't be inadvertent. Inadvertently also, by mistake also, by forgetfulness also, anrutam should not be spoken. Okay? Anyatha asatyavachana padana pratisheda eva syat. अदरवाइज सत्य बोलो पहले कहा, असत मत बोलो ऐसा कह के छोड़ना चाहिए था. सत्यात न प्रमदित मतलब किसी कीमत पर. लाइक इन सम ऑफ द केसेस वी टेल द चिल्ड्रन, ये जरूर करना, नहीं भूलना, या जरूर नहीं करना कुछ भी कीमत पर, और ये चीज को छुपा के रखना. व्हेन यू से समथिंग, इन सेइंग सो we are telling them to do it to the exclusion of anything other than it. है ना? चाहे वॉट एवर द वर्ड यूज, जरूर करना, अवश्य करना, करके रखना, दूसरा अपोजिट नहीं करना इसका. दैट इज द फीलिंग ऑफ न प्रमदितव्य. सत्य से कभी नहीं, किसी कारण से चूकना नहीं. तो हियर एज वी एक्सप्लेन यस्टरडे, भाष्यकार एक्सप्लेन विस्मृत्या. And what are the other reasons because of which हम सत्य से चूक कर असत्य अनृत बोलते हैं? Other than the vismriti, the fear of somebody, or the temptation of this something, or the taking things for granted, or coming under some obligations because of attachment to someone. These are the various reasons where we very easily compromise with Satyam and express the Anrutam. So all of them, along with them, even भूल कर भी नहीं बोलना अनृतम, मतलब सत्य ही बोलना. That's the meaning of सत्यात न प्रमदितव्यम. It is like flood. In the flood we are getting carried away. Suddenly we got a support. We held on to that support and the flood's flow is increasing. You have to hold on to that support. The moment little you leave it or loosen it, the flow is so much, it just takes us into. Is it? If you remember that example, then na pramaditavyam you can understand. थोड़ा भी चूक हो गया बह जाते. सत्य से थोड़ा भी चूक हो गया तो बह जाते. इसलिए थोड़ा भी चूक नहीं होना. दैट मीन्स ऑफ न प्रमदितव्यम. किसी भी तरह से भाई एनी मीन सत्य से प्रमाद नहीं करना. ये हो गया. So विस्मृत्यापि अनृतं न वक्तमित्यर्थः. अन्यथा असत्यवदन प्रतिषेधः स्यात्. In the same way, now the load of the second one. Already said, but Bhagavan is repeating with the same intention with which Shruti Mata is repeating. If Shruti is repeated, why should I hesitate? I should also repeat, especially these two being the summon bonum or the pillars of a human life in gaining both dharmartha kama one side, the other side the moksha also. Is there any shastra, is there any rishi muni or guru who have not spoken about satya and dharma as the pillars for outer success and inner success? Is it not? सत्य युग में यही तो चार पाद है ना. सत्यम धर्म के चार पाद क्या है? सत्यम दया तप शौचम. Nowhere any time any rishi has compromised with satya and dharma in his preaching. उतना important है वो. ये पिलर है for the achievement of dharmartha kama and this side the moksha also. Therefore only Shruti Mata repeating 9th Anuvaka she said. And again here in the 11th only in the beginning said. It started with that only Satyavada Dharmanchara. Within 3 lines again Satyana Pramatavyam Dharmana Pravatavyam. How important these things for our life. How convincing we have to be to live life of Satya and Dharma. Only then we protect from Asatya and Dharma. Because finally the Satya is Parabrahma alone. Dharma is I am that Brahma. To reach to that Satya Dharma Rupa Atma Vastu later on the seat of meditation. In the beginning at the Vyavahara level, we have to practice Satya and Dharma. ये सत्य धर्म प्रैक्टिस ही उस सत्य धर्म तत्व तक ले जाएगा हमको। That is why Bhagavan also explaining in detail Bhashya. Dharmam Chara was already said. Here also Dharmat na pramaditavyam is explained. What it is explanation? Dharmat na pramaditavyam. From dharma, don't become inadvertent. That is a literal meaning. That is the main sloka. Dharma na pramaditavyam explanation. Dharma shabdasya. So listen carefully. Dharma shabdasya. The Lord of the word dharma, dictionary wise, the Lord of the word dharma, as it comes out of the mouth of the Guru or Shastra, is to indicate what? Dharma Shabdasya Anushtheya Vishesha Vishayatvat. It is telling about the Anushtheya Vishaya, Vishesha Vishaya. Anushtheya Vishesha Vishaya. Anusthana Vishaya है उसमें. And what is dharma? It is not spoken. Dharma is a general word. Specification about the dharma is depending on which varna, which ashrama you belong to and which situation you are. That decides dharma. धर्म जनरल वर्ड है तो उसको अलग अलग जगह पे हमें उधर उधर समझना है। जो भी उस समय का वो धर्म है उसको अनुष्ठान करना है। और इन वेरियस सिचुएशंस बाय डूइंग व्हाट वी आर नॉट फॉलिंग, वी आर राइजिंग, वी आर नॉट ट्रबलिंग अदर्स, वी आर हेल्पिंग, दैट डूइंग इज कॉल्ड धर्म। हर क्षण में जो करने से हमारा पतन नहीं होगा, उत्थान होगा, हमारे कारण समष्टि का या और किसी व्यष्टि का पतन नहीं होगा, उत्थान होगा, उस करनी को धर्म कहते हैं। देखो धर्म इज व्हाट? अनुष्ठेय विषय। तो धर्म शब्द से अनुष्ठेय विशेष, अनुष्ठेय विशेष, विशेष मीन्स ईच प्लेस दिस इज अनुष्ठान। विषयत्वात्, therefore what is a pramada then? अननुष्ठानम प्रमादः। धर्म अनुष्ठान को निर्देश करता है। Therefore धर्म का प्रमाद is equal to not doing the अनुष्ठान of the धर्म। अनुष्ठान उस समय जो करना है उसको धर्म कहा, उस समय जो करना और नहीं करना उसको प्रमाद कहा। तो धर्म न प्रमादितव्यम, धर्म का भी प्रमाद नहीं होना है। मीन्स एट वेरियस मोमेंट्स इन आवर लाइफ what we must do depending on our identity there of that not doing is the other, that pramada. Don't allow that pramada to happen. Is not whatever is there to be done as anushtanam, we must do it as an anushtanam. We should not do pramada there of not doing anushtanam as anushtanam. So dharma shabdasya anushtheya vishesha vishayatvat अननुष्ठानम प्रमादः सह न कर्तव्यः। That pramada should not be done. सह न कर्तव्यः। Now see घूम फिरा के फिर से therefore अनुष्ठातव्यः एव धर्मः इति यावत्। Therefore धर्म का अनुष्ठान करना ही है। जो अनुष्ठान के रूप में करना है उसी को धर्म कहते हैं। धर्म का अनुष्ठान नहीं करने वाला प्रमाद को नहीं करना चाहिए। धर्म का अनुष्ठान को नहीं कराने देने वाला प्रमाद को छोड़कर धर्म का अनुष्ठान करना ही है। धर्म एंड अनुष्ठान एक्चुअली आर द सेम मीनिंग वर्ड्स, इट्स अ रेपिटेशन ओनली। इफ इट इज अनुष्ठान दैट मीन्स धर्म, इफ इट इज धर्म इट मस्ट बी अनुष्ठित, अनुष्ठान। They go together. By the way, but for the explanation's sake, we are saying it. देखो, how is the flow of these sentences? You see, he says, he says, dharmat na pravitavyam. He quoted the mantra as it is. Now the explanation: dharma shabdasya anushtheya vishesha vishayatvat. धर्म का मतलब कुछ न कुछ जगह पे, मतलब हर जगह पे कुछ न कुछ जो भी कर्तव्य है उसका अनुष्ठान करने को धर्म कहते हैं। Therefore अननुष्ठानम धर्म, अननुष्ठानम प्रमादः। Not doing the anushtana, that is pramada. सहना कर्तव्यः, दैट प्रमाद नहीं होने देना चाहिए. Therefore अनुष्ठातव्यः एव धर्मः इति यावत्. It is an anushtana only. Like the parents are sick at home situation, and there taking them to hospital is the dharma, and that taking them to hospital is dharma is anushthatavyam. That is called dharma. योर पेरेंट दे आर, और somebody का पेरेंट है तो फोन कर दो या और कोई करेंगे. बट हियर यू कांट टेल somebody, it is your parents. Taking them to hospital or calling doctor is the dharma of anushtana. It's an anushtanam, it's your dharma. And not doing that anushtanam is pramada, becoming careless and going to office. And by the time evening you come, such a bad shape they are that you have to rush to hospital, admit them, so much of खर्चा वगैरह. अब वहां भी फिर वो अनुष्ठान करेगा कि नहीं भगवान जाने. Therefore conclusion what? Anushtatavya eva dharma iti yavat. Therefore this dharma of taking them to hospital is anushtatavya, should not be compromised with that. Now, these are all intellectual thinkings. What is being explained here by Shankara to the main mantra. Like a person who wants lot of money. अपने आप में आंख बंद करके सोचते हैं कि नहीं, हाउ मच मनी आई वांट, तो 20 लाख, तो हाउ मच है वो 7 लाख, तो 13 चाहिए 12 चाहिए, तो कैसे करें, तो हियर ये लोन ले लो, इधर पैसे घुमाओ, या इधर वो वाला इन्वेस्ट करो, या इधर बिजनेस करो. Is it not? He goes on thinking, planning to earn that targeted money. In the same way, a spiritual seeker always thinks, I have to know the self. That self is known when I transcend the upadhis. Upadhi transcending meditation I can do only when the antakarana shuddhi happens. For the sake of shuddhi of antakarana, according to my varnashrama, these are the anushtana dharmas to be done. तो ऐसा करने से ऐसा होगा, अच्छी बात है. ऐसा नहीं करने से वो करना पड़ेगा, वो करे तो बुरी बात है, तो इसलिए मैं वहां से इधर आऊंगा, वो नहीं करूंगा, ये करूंगा. Is it not like that women cooking the food? Conscious she is. अब हरी मिर्च डालना है तो ऊपर को काट के मिर्ची डालेगी. यू अंडरस्टैंड? कड़ी पत्ता डालनी है तो वो काढ़ा उसे पत्ते डालेगी. धनिया पत्ता डालना है तो ओनली द सो टू सब्जियां काट. शी सो कॉन्शियस ऑफ व्हाट टू ऐड, व्हाट नॉट टू ऐड. Every moment she is conscious. She is conscious of the entire goal, conscious of the process, and consciously following the process. In the same way, a person who is true in spiritual unfoldment should always be in the thinking of what is kartavya, therefore should be done as anushtana. What is non-kartavya, therefore should be rejected with anushtana. Is it not? We have to be always in the mind. ये मेरा कर्तव्य नहीं है, मैं करूंगा नहीं किसी भी कीमत पर. दिस मैं कर्तव्य करके रहूंगा. You know that maturity when it comes ना, फिर we will avoid all unwanted nonsense. If we do what is correct, then we grow very fast. अब क्या होता है ना, जो करना है वे लाइट ले लेते हैं, और जो नहीं करना है, जो पता है कि नहीं करना बट फिर भी करते हैं. So much we are laxity, whatever you call that word. So much of carelessness ours. That's called pramad. Carelessness is pramada. Inadvertence is pramada. Forgetfulness is pramada. Taking things for granted is pramada. Valuable thing not valuing is pramada. In non-valuable thing unnecessarily unduly valuing is called a pramada. नहीं करना है. सो धर्म अनुष्ठान है, तो अनुष्ठान नहीं करना ये प्रमाद है. Therefore वो प्रमाद नहीं करना, मतलब जो धर्म है, जो अनुष्ठान वाला है, उसका अनुष्ठान करना ही पड़ेगा. अनुष्ठातव्यः इति एवं अर्थः. ओके. एवं स न कर्तव्य अनुष्ठातव्यः एव धर्म इति यावत्. सो सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं, धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यं. These two are seen. Now the next one comes. Another beautiful. Everything said here is so big, so exhaustive, so beautiful. All of them are again like a garland or garland woven together for a sadhaka. है ना? सारे फूल मिलकर वो गार्लैंड को सुंदर बनाते. So आध्यात्मिक साधना रूपी गार्लैंड is made beautiful with each of these flower of sadhanas. None of them are secondary or can be neglected. No. इसलिए न प्रमतव्यम कह रही है ना शास्त्र, श्रुति माता. नेक्स्ट वन इज व्हाट? कुशलात न प्रमदितव्यम. What is kushala? Very, very important. Yesterday in the evening we saw, and you and I are such lucky fellows. मैं बताऊं, मेरे को ना कभी कभी भगवान की कृपा देखकर आनंद खुशी भी आता है, फिर हंसी भी आती है. अरे ये लीला परंपार तुम्हारा जो हम now we are studying the Kusalatna Pramatavya, that is again the last topic of the 20th chapter of 11th Sarga Bhagavad Purana. Exactly same. So what is that Kushalata, from where we should not do the Pramada, or for which we should not do Pramada, which is very essential. Kushalat means Atma Rakshanarthat Karmanaha na Pramaditavyam. See how important it is. Now, at least this one thing I need not explain. You audience are more matured than me or any one of us in understanding this. इन जिंदगी ना सबसे पहली बात, चाहे आप बाहर विजय पाओ या स्पिरिचुअल में, उन दोनों से सबसे पहली बात अपने आप को बचाना. See, Kushalat means what? Atma Rakshanarthat Karmanaha. That definitely to be done duty which is required for the Atma Rakshana, from that चूक नहीं होना है. आत्मरक्षण रूपी कुशलता से प्रमाद नहीं करना. We have to protect ourselves. कुशलात, वो कौशल्य होना चाहिए हमको. Else what? We'll get lost. We can't protect ourselves. Then how can we do our sadhana and all? Then what are the Atma Rakshanas? Here is everything. Everything which makes our Adhyatmic sadhana comfortable, which makes our outer life easier, all that is Atma Rakshana. All that is Atma और उनका रक्षणा करनी है. Is it not? Money से शुरू करो. Money is also an Atma. We cannot squander all the money and now a beggar, bankrupt, begging everyone, and they are saying no and we are getting insulted. Mind is full of guilt, regrets, dukkha. Such person, how can you do sadhana? So Atma Rakshana means you should as a grahastha have sufficient wealth. Okay? Now as it is said in Vidurniti, we studied 10 days back. I remember it. Shloka exactly I don't remember. I am doing it first time. 4-5 बार पढ़ो तो याद आता है. What is said? Our own friends, relatives who are helping us in our sadhana are our Atma. Is it not? Your servants जो पूरा दिन भर सुबह से शाम तक काम करते हैं, मेरा वाला काम वो कर रहा है, तो मतलब मेरा आत्मा बन ही गया ना. I have to wash my utensils. He is washing, she is washing. So I have to wash, she is doing, so she is Atma. I have to wash my clothes, she is washing, so she is Atma. I have to clean my house, but she is doing. I have to cook, but she is cooking. I have to drive the car for my travel, but he is driving. So these are all actually are our own Atma. हमारे द्वारा जो काम हमें अपने लिए करना है वो कर रहे हैं. Therefore, they also are in the definition of Atma. They also have to be protected. Otherwise, what will happen? They all run away and then we involve in so many other these karma. We can't do sadhana. For them, they have to do all these their works and this also because their livelihood. We have sadhana to be done, and to get these works done, we have sufficient wealth. So you exchange the wealth and save the money, time and energy. उनसे काम कराया, पैसे दे दिया, हमने टाइम और एनर्जी को बचाया साधना के। Because we have done the punyam, Bhagavan has given money. The phala of the punya is both. Giving money, one thing. Second, because of the money, the work is done, get done by somebody else, got done. We are free for our higher punya and more sadhana. देखो मजेदार बात, पुण्य किया, lot of money is there, therefore you are doing puja at home in a big way. Servants do all the work and get the they get the salary. But with the health, you have done the punya karma, upasana, so again it gets added to punya. You can't do their work. It is their work. Servants are must. Except some vanaprasthis and sannyasis, उनको अपने देहादियों के ऊपर काबू पाना है, and also they should control their every unwanted requirements. If you depend on servants, then to the demand there is no end. If there is no servant, then I have to do myself, therefore I will reduce all my wants. That is a secret in that I don't keep servant. Though I can afford. Why? Because if I keep them, I become lazy. This is my learning. While doing my study, my upasanas, my classes, all the works I have to do. Now I can do, therefore. What it does, that lavishness, if the servant is there, लाइक खाने के लिए कुक नहीं है, इसलिए एक ही सब्जी दाल बनकर खाएंगे, नहीं है एक ही सब्जी या दाल, वो नहीं बन, सर्वेंट इज अब 3 बनाओ 4 बनाओ. क्लोथ्स आई वॉश, देयरफॉर वेरी केयरफुल विद देम. तो कोई सर्वेंट है तो खराब कर दो 3-4 जोड़े, वो है धोने के लिए, अब नहीं. सो वी लर्न द आर्ट ऑफ बीइंग इन लिमिट्स व्हेन वी डोंट हैव सर्वेंट्स. व्हेन यू हैव सर्वेंट्स वी टेक इट फॉर ग्रांटेड. And your servants, they do the work, we sit in front of the TV and all nonsense. So to avoid all that, we keep ourselves busy. That is our work. But others, when you can afford money, get them, then you do your sadhana, study punya karma. Therefore, they become Atma. Therefore, unka bhi hame raksha karna hai. That's called Kushala. Kushala means Atma Rakshanarthat Karmanaha Pramadaha na Kartavyaha. हो गया. Now slowly comes the third one. Most important is our own sharira. There is no doubt about it. Money we talked about, other helping people, servants I gave more elaborately, but other friends also, relatives also. जो जो हमारे साधना के लिए मदद करते हैं, all are our atma. We have to do the kushala karma of protecting them. From that should not have pramada. So what is the Kushalatna Pramitavyam? Give good salary to servants, therefore they don't run away. And Kushalatna Pramitavyam with regard to the money is what? What are the professions we have? Do properly so that the inflow of the money is maintained continuously. Okay. Now more important is, first and foremost is Deha. As a spiritual seeker, more than the worldly people, we have to be careful to protect our own body. Because our work is more sacred of sadhana. Any gadbad done and the body is ill, what sadhana we can do? Therefore, Atma here is Deha. Atma Rakshana is Deha Rakshana. Therefore, give it sufficient food, sufficient rest, sufficient exercise, so that all the time it is healthy, it is strong, it is active and dynamic, without any of the heaviness of laziness or any of the weakness. Because शरीर ठीक नहीं है तो साधना कर नहीं पाएंगे हम, ये पक्का है. We are in the body at the body level. Anybody बाबा, महात्मा बड़ा सत्संग कर रहे हैं, आप इमेजिन उनका बॉडी इल हो गया, he can't reject or neglect that body and speak. Some great Mahayogis like Puja Gurudev and all, they invoke the Yoga Shakti and keep the whole body and Panchamahabhuta in control, and they do. That is some exclusive cases. We are not exclusive. We are ordinary than ordinary common fellows. हमारे 2 कदम भी नहीं बढ़ते आगे if the body is not fit. We are at that level. Therefore, how much important for us for this कुशल से प्रमाद नहीं करना, आत्मरक्षण से प्रमाद नहीं करना, आत्मा नामक देह रक्षण से प्रमाद नहीं करना. Is it not essential? See the kindness, compassion of Shruti Mata. Same again in the evening Bhagavat. Because of your prarabdha, your body will have so many problems. So these are the 4-5 techniques by which those problems you can reduce, or nullify, or dilute, or spread out, or postpone in such a way that your sadhana is not disturbed. And it happens to all of us. We sannyasis, we intensely pray to God. Say, we know, Lord, lot of papa we have done, so much of prarabdha we have. But we request you that send only that much prarabdha by which our sadhana and satsang is not disturbed. And that is what Bhagavan does. That is why we suffer also, but not that much that we can't do this satsang, etc. थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो जाए तो कभी भी हो ही सकता है. But in general, like in my case, last 2.5 years, not even one day break of class. How did it happen? So we prayed. Does it mean that we have no prarabdha of all? Yeah, both hai. But he makes suffer me between the 2 classes. Class time thik. Is it? He dilutes this. Or many a time this stomach ache, headache, continuously happening even while giving 3 ghante lecture. Lecture is going on, the pain is going on. But not overpowering pain that I can't give lecture. This got the one of the upaya by which the problems of the body can be negotiated to do sadhana. And more preventive than this is what? Don't do any papa karma by which the punishment to the deha comes. That deha is such a one key, it doesn't allow you to do sadhana. बैठकर ध्यान करें. नो स्पाइनल कॉर्ड में प्रॉब्लम है तो, नी में प्रॉब्लम है तो, गर्दन में प्रॉब्लम है तो, इमेजिन करो how many thousands and thousands people physically handicapped can't do any sadhana. Are you not lucky to have intact body? So should we not do the protection of this body? Then how can we be inadvertent in non-protection of it? Therefore, kushalat atmarakshanarthat karmanaha pramadaha na kartavyam. Clear? Therefore, the positive is what? शरीर का रक्षा करने वाला कुशल कर्म से प्रमाद नहीं करना, मतलब हर एक एफर्ट कीमत के द्वारा शरीर का रक्षा करो. शरीर इज आत्मा है. So to the indriyas, mana, buddhi, all that we'll see tomorrow. Then he talks about bhutyaina pramaditavyam. The bhut is, you have to be famous, you have to be prosperous, you have to be in very good position of not only in your comforts but are ready to help other 10 sadhakas. 10 लोग हैं साधना करना चाहते हैं, but they don't have sufficient money to manage. You pay them money, यार तेरा साधना करना कर दे, तुम्हारा खाना मैं दे रहा हूँ. That type bhuti. Every one of us should at least host 10 people, sadhakas. Those who don't have the other resources of income, but they are spiritual. So to sustain their life, they have to work so hard, they don't have time for sadhana. ऐसे लोगों को देने के लिए भी हमारे पास होना है, देना भी चाहिए. If a person is doing deep, intense adhyatmic sadhana, that itself is bigger than the biggest duty. सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणम व्रज वाला धर्म कर रहा है, इसलिए you not force him to do the other karmas. क्या साधना करके बैठा है, जाके काम कर, अपना पैसा कमाओ. That sentence is told to that person by an ordinary immature grahastha. But the matured spiritual seeker who knows about the value about the sankalpa for adhyatmic sadhana. संकल्प भी होता है नहीं लोगों को, डिजायर ही होता नहीं इंटेंस. तो this person has intense related sadhana. So unlike that immature grahasthas, non-sadhakas, we should know the value of his sankalpa, therefore we should help him. To help, we should have the resources. Therefore, bhutyai na pramattavya. Like that. He will tell so many things. Tomorrow we will see. Thank you. Om. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha Paramarshibhyo Namaha Brahmane Namaha Shruti Matre Namaha Vedavyaso Shampayana Gnolkyat Shankarat Guru Bhyo Namaskant Guru Bhyo Namam Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. Thank you. Very good.